Welcome to ChessWhiz TV, episode 388. I'm your host, The Wiz. Today, we're going to play an awesome variant suggested to us by one of the viewership. Thank you guys for your variant submissions. I've gotten dozens and dozens, and by that I mean at least 12, different variant ideas sent to me over the internet, and this one is one of the best. My only contribution was naming it. Medusa is an ancient, invisible, visible, non-existent creature that has snake for hair. Snakes for hair, no kidding. Look it up if you don't believe me. And if you look at the snakes, you die, which is an interesting parallel to reality in the sense that in this chess variant, if you look at an opponent's piece of the same type, you die. Interesting variant, huh? Actually, you're just not allowed to look at another piece of the same type. So here's the rules. Your pieces cannot look at another piece of the same type during the game. And we're going to play rated because we're insane. Let's try this. I'm going to put a link in the chat here. Somebody gets to try this with me. So let's take, for example, a knight. We love knights, but we don't love knights anymore. Because if a knight is about to attack another knight, it can see the other knight. That's an illegal move. You're not allowed. Pieces must not be able to see each other. We'll just call it seeing. I was going to say attacking, but it's more than that, because if your knight is pinned to your king like this, here's my knight, enemy bishop is pinning me, you are not allowed to move your knight here because my knight can see it. It can't capture it, but it can see it. Does that make sense? Cool. Now, pawns are exempted from this rule because otherwise pawns would never trade, and the board would be super full all the time. So we're not making that happen to pawns, and that's good because of the weird cloggedness of the board. That's totally a word. That would result from pawns. So if you are new to ChessWhiz TV, welcome. I'm glad you're joining us. You've only missed 387 episodes so far, so you're pretty much caught up. But one weird thing about this show is that this one guy, Rondep with the green wing, he constantly comes on here and beats me. About 50 episodes, he was doing that all the time. And then he disappeared for a long period of time. He probably got a headache or something. And then he came back in the last couple episodes. We've been so glad to have you back, Rondep. It's been really great. So now he's typing some English, which is a nice improvement over most of my opponents. He says, so it's like kings who can't move. So it's like kings who can't move. That's not English yet. So it's like kings who can't move next to each other, but with all pieces. Yes. It's like that. Yes. Okay, so for example, he cannot move this knight. It's literally pinned now because that would reveal a bishop attacking a bishop, which is illegal. So check this out. Now my knight prevents him from moving here because he could see me, which makes me awesome. However, I've just moved a piece twice in the opening, which is not a good idea in chess. In chess, you should move out your pieces one at a time. You may come in one at a time. It's a quote from Mary Poppins. Of course, you got that reference, right? Because that's the best movie ever, as long as you only select super old movies as your options that were made in the month that it was made, and also the year. And they have to be starring Julie Andrews. If you narrow it down, it's the best movie ever. So anyway, the reason you want to do that is because you use your whole army and it's much better that way. Imagine if you have, say, 10 fingers. You're going to have to use your imagination here. And so you're in a punching match with fingers. Okay, follow along, okay? Bear with me here. You're in a punching match with fingers. I'm going to go here. Oh no, that would pin my knight to my bishop. Weird. Well, I'll just castle. And your opponent is using all his fingers and punching you in the fingers. Okay, so this analogy is kind of breaking down, but imagine if you only use two fingers. I don't know if this is making sense to you, but what I'm trying to say is that's like chess. Poking people with fingers is a lot like chess. The only difference is that it's more fun. So if you're only using two fingers, the opponent might defeat you with his 10-fingered punch, which actually I did not plan to say today. You know, I was sitting down preparing for the show because I always love sitting. It causes cancer. And I'm like, if I said 10-finger punch, I couldn't pronounce it then either. 10-finger punch, people will love me. Never mind. This is so stupid. Okay, so we're getting back to the chess here. Let's see now. My knight's under attack, and I can't move it. Well, that's kind of bad. My knight's under attack, and I can't move it. Let's type cool, because he's pretty cool. Oh, cool. Cool, he's winning my knight. That's pretty cool. He sends a drooling old man. That's very friendly of him. I never know if this is actually drool coming out of his mouth, like I'm taking so long to move that he can't keep his saliva in, or if this is a cool beard that he's grown. Either way. Oh, interesting move. What can I do that would be super smart? Nothing, I guess. Nothing, I guess. Yeah, let's put the bishop over here. That'll scare him. Oh, I'm attacking a square that your king could move to. You know, it would be a great chess variant. So I was brainstorming last night. What should we do for the episode after he proposes to take back because I'm cheating? Well, that's pretty normal. ChessWhiz TV, after all. Let's move my pawn. No, let's move my queen. Yeah, I just moved my queen, man. It's the best piece. You better watch out. Brainstorming. I was using both of my brain cells simultaneously, so I was really focused. And I was thinking, what should we do? Oh, there goes my pawn. Man, let's think of some bad words. Too bad I don't know any bad words. What should we do? This is a cool variant for him. The way his knight prevents my knight from doing anything cool. That's pretty cool for him. Like, I can't take this pawn. It would allow me to see his bishop. This just takes a bad life and makes it worse. Which is pretty cool for him. Look at that. My bishop's back to its starting square. What was I trying to say? I was trying to engage my entire brain. Both of them. Both the brain. Yeah, I do have two brains. That's pretty cool. Let's do this. It attacks his queen. Never mind the fact that it creates a terrible backwards pawn on an open file. That I don't care about. I just care about the fact that his queen's under attack. And what if he doesn't notice? It's 50-50 that he doesn't notice. Because if there's something that you don't know about, it might happen and it might not. And so therefore, it's 50-50. So let's see what's happening in the chat. And then we'll talk about my brain some more. Because it's so big. Definitely, we need to talk about it. Maybe point out pawns to him. I don't understand the rules. Someone help me. I see. Same type, chess, blah, blah. Time is up. Okay. Let's attack my own queen by discovery. So this should be called Idiot GV. Understand that I'm not being smart, but it's not because of a lack of ability. Oh wait, yes it is. Oh no! I can't move there because my queen can't see his queen. Hey, is that smart? Yes, that was super brilliant. I feel like the smartest man alive. He can't capture me. Let's give him some time in a celebratory move. He can't capture me because of my brain. And also, rooks cannot attack rooks. Was that not brilliant? Yes, it wasn't. That was awesome. Yeah. Okay, so now I've just taken a free rook. I'm back in the game. Let's see what I should do next. I can't take this bishop, actually, because then I would see his knight. But if I could just simplify the chess position. Do, do, do. Ooh, I can move here. That's a legal move. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. And then I could just win. Let's see. Take this, then take this, then take this. So, queens cannot attack queens. This is actually causing quite a bit of consternation to my queen. You can see how distressed she is because she's poking out in all directions. Let's try this move. This really hems his rook in like a seamstress. Queens cannot attack queens. He's preparing to checkmate me, but I don't mind. I've been checkmated before. It's no big deal. Let's get the queen here. And then let's check him. Oh, I'm going to check you, man. I love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're in check. What are you going to do about it? Okay. Yeah, if you get some extra space in this variant, so valuable. Extra space is really valuable in this variant. I want to get my other rook down here. Is he threatening something? Let's try this. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can't do that. Offer a take back. That's not allowed because you're looking at my rook with your rook. And also, you should give me some time just for kicks. I'm beating Rondep. This is an amazing, amazing moment. Should I take his queen for free? This is always such a difficult choice when there's free queens to take. Now my queen can do anything because there's no enemy queen for it to see. Okay, he added me time so I can win. Great, thanks. I'm going to send him a winking face. This is awesome. So now that I'm the best chess player in the entire internet that's playing this game right now, what should we do next? Let's talk about my brain. Yes, okay, so my brain. By the way, it's the biggest brain I have, just by the way. It's like so big. Let's see, if we promote this into a queen, we'll have two queens. That seems good. Yeah, no, I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I just took something. What do you think? Oh, okay. Now I'm losing my piece. Okay, check. Then take this. I guess I lost my bishop. I don't care. Oh, this is checkmate. Oh, checkmate. Let's type checkmate. Checkmate, colon D. You can't do that because it would reveal the Medusa. The rook cannot see the rook. Checkmate. He has to resign. He says wow because that is an amazing wow. Look at that. If he loses king, rook sees rook, which is not allowed. So moving the king is not a legal move for him. In other words, awesomeness has fallen from the sky and it now bequeaths us. Is that a word? It bequeaths. What does that mean? Define, I can't spell define. Define, bequeath. Okay, this is an educational show where you can learn things like how not to spell bequeath. Bequeath is another alternate spelling. Trust me, they're both possible. Okay, pieces must not be able to see each other. Hide that. Okay, it says leave your body to another person. Oh, okay. So bequeath apparently means to leave your body to another person. It's an alternate definition. What I meant to say was it means exactly what I want it to mean. That's the way English works, right? Let's try this pin. So there's a weird thing about this pin. Weird thing is that, let's say he moves his pawn. He can't move the knight. But if he blocks the pin with the bishop, once again, he can't move the knight because that would reveal the Medusa or whatever. But actually, it's kind of cool. Like d4, pawn takes, right? So now I can't capture this because of Medusa, but then I could take with the queen, and he can't capture me because of Medusa, but then he would take my knight, and my queen's under attack too. But anyway, you get the idea. This is pretty fun. Let's see what's happening in the chat now. The Music Dan is typing the words N-I-C-E. That's 4 words. Thank you, Music Dan, for pumping me up with those words. I love it. Love it. Okay, so this is good. Oh, no, it's bad. So anyway. Last night I was thinking about what to do next on ChessWhiz TV after this fantastic episode. By the way, thank you to the guy whose name I forgot for coming up with this variant. This is a cool variant, don't you think? I mean, I'm just on fire. 1 win out of 1 game. That's 100%. Wow, that's a great variant. I think I should try this with both your friends. And next episode, what are we going to do? It's so good. By the way, if you ever wonder what's going to happen on next episode, you can look it up because there's a website that I'm pulling up right now. This is the chessboard. Let's go here. This is the website. Which ChessWhiz TV is handsomer? He's not handsome. He's young. I'm old. And up here you can click calendar and see what's coming up next. Look at this beautiful calendar. This is because I'm an autiste. I have autism. That's what I meant to say. Oh, that's illegal. Rondep cheating again. And you can see what's coming up next, which is Wild 5. You guys know what that is? You can mouse over it and see more about it. Can you see that? Nope, it's chopped off. Anyway, you'll have to go to the website to find out, but Wild 5 is going to be pretty wild. It's going to be fun. So looking forward to that. Is he going to sacrifice his bishop for 2 pawns? That'll be interesting. He does. How do I win now? If he plays this, could have some trouble. Could be difficult to attack. It does seem to favor the attacker, this variant. Because here's why it favors the attacker. Attackers generally have more space. You know? You ever been to a throne room? Probably not. Well, in a throne room, there's 2 things. There's throne and there's room. And the room is a very important part of a throne room. The room is like the space where there's no throne, but there's also nothing else. And that's the king saying, hey guys, I have the space and you don't. Having a lot of space is a very dominating thing. And that's what human beings try to do, is have space. You notice that rich people live in big houses. This isn't by coincidence. It's because they have a choice. They're so rich they have a choice. Most people don't have a choice. I'm just kidding. We all have choices. But in this case, I'll fork you and take your rook. In this case, oh, he's going to try to checkmate me. That's very rude. I'm not worried. They choose big. Why? Because, oh, it's checkmate to me. Colon, left paren. Oh, and then a slash because of a typo. I have to resign. This is checkmate, actually. I'm not allowed to block this because queen cannot attack queen. His smiley has 2 chins, which is kind of insulting. It means he's so rich he can eat however much he wants. If he takes me, can't even happen. I can't move there. It's over. It's checkmate right now. I have no moves. Oh, man. Attacks are very powerful. And rich people choose large houses. It's because large, empty space is a sign of dominance. But let's take this challenge from the evil clown. Oh, wait, that's me. Okay. Evil clown 13. That's probably his age 13. So let's paste the rules in here. Pieces may not be able to see each other. Let's ask him if that's okay, because if it's not, I'm going to play by that rule and he isn't, and that sounds kind of rough, especially if I were to play d4. He says okay, because d4 he takes, I would take with queen, because I'm an insane man, and then he wouldn't be allowed, unless he were cheating, which he might cheat because he's an evil clown 13. Pretty risky. So let's see what's going to happen. So what was I talking about? Yes, attackers get more space, and the defender can't move into that space. It's even worse in this variant because, let's say enemy queen's sitting here right now. Now, I need to trade in order to stop an attack. Generally speaking in chess, if you're under attack, trade things, because then there's less things that can checkmate you. It's a good plan, right? Okay, but in this variant, you can't trade anything that's the same as the other thing because of the rule, you know? And so that makes it harder to trade, makes it harder to defend. It's harder to defend attacks, which means I should attack right now. I'll play this. It's not an attack. I don't care. Oops, it's cheating. Oh, I didn't offer to draw. No, I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw. A good thing I can type quickly. I don't want to draw you. Thank you. What I want is I'm going to move this pawn up one square because his bishop can't go here now, very well anyway. It can't go here. That's kind of obvious. It can't go here because of Medusa, which means it can only go here, which is kind of embarrassing for him. So maybe he'll never move it, and then he'll never move this rook. Then I'll just own him. So I kind of like this, actually. Okay. Wild 5 is one of the best variants. A long time ago, before Chess, can you imagine that? Probably before you were born. There was a website before Chess called IK. And on IK, you could play chess variants, kind of like Horde, except of course it didn't have Horde because it wasn't as cool as Horde. But one of the variants you could play was called Wild 5. The best one was Kriegspiel, which if you don't know what that is, that's okay. It's okay if you're not awesome. But if you do know what that is, it's the most awesome variant that we've never played online. Actually, I have played it online. It's before I was born, though, because it was on IK. Anyway, Wild 5, the pieces start out backwards. This is sign language for backwards, just trust me. And so all the white pieces start out up here, which means all your pawns are about to promote. See the squares I'm circling? That's where your pawns are about to promote. On the second move, after you bring a knight out, whoops, that's the start menu, then you can promote a queen on the second move. It's pretty cool. So that's actually a chess variant. We're going to play it next week, so don't miss that. I know you're not very good at aim, but check this out. First here, then here, legally, because there's no knight that it could see. And then I've got this move. Queen h2 looked even cooler, but it's illegal. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, Mango Town, you got a good memory. I did play Wild 5 in a crazy start position episode, but this is an entire episode dedicated to Wild 5, so it's obviously different than before. I try not to do the same thing twice except on ChessWhiz TV, but sometimes it happens. All the best stuff. Evil Clown gives up. Oh, that's of course true. What evil clown could defeat the Wiz? Most evil clowns, actually. It was a good game, Evil Clown. Thanks for challenging me. I enjoyed winning, and I hope you enjoyed losing. Then it could be mutually enjoymental. It could be mutually enjoyingness of itself. Auto-enjoying. That's the word. Okay, so I'm putting this in the chat. I have 3 challengers, and one of them is myself. So if I don't get a clicker right now, I'm going to click myself. And play myself. How you guys doing today? Have you considered the fact that you're about to die? In the grand scheme of things, the Earth is so old, the universe is so old that your lifespan is about 0. It's approximately 0. Like, imagine, for example, I know you might not think this, but let's pretend you do, that the universe is, oh, this is an interesting defense. It's called the Berlin defense. Named after Berlin, probably. Take. Take, queen. Ooh. I'll go here. That's cool. Imagine that the universe is 14 billion years old. You should imagine that. And here's why. Here's why you should imagine that. Because if you sit on the Earth, which is good, except it causes cancer, and what do you do next? After you're sitting on the Earth, I can't checkmate him very well. I may not have defended this pawn well enough, but let's try queen d4 anyway. and you look up in the sky, and you use a tool that allows you to look super far, like a space telescope, for example. Just for example, okay? Don't hold me to it. And what, I guess I didn't look ahead more than one move. That maybe was a mistake. Queen A4. Not often you get to play that, with good reasons. Horrible move. Anyway, you're looking at the sky, and you can see really far. How far can you see? You use a space telescope, like the one that says Hubble, Hubble, and then you see the further things away. This is what's amazing about the universe. There's two things. This is one of them. Is that the things that are the furthest away that you can see are really far away. Like they're so far away that I can't say it with a straight face. My hands are up in the air just to represent how far away it is. Do you have any idea how far away you can see? You can see, okay, I can't even describe it using any unit of distance other than light years, which is how far light travels in a year. In a year. Now, light's super, super fast. Let me give you an example. The sun, which is the star that shines on you really well, that sun. Oh, no, I can't. See, I'm thinking if he moves this knight, that's cheating because of wham. Let's tell him the rules just for kicks, just in case he doesn't know the rules. So I was thinking I could move here and then he can't take me because of cheating, but actually that would also be cheating. So this is such a giant universe of cheating. What's going on right now? The sun is 8 light minutes away from the Earth. 8 minutes of light travel. Okay, so light leaves the sun and it travels for 8 minutes. Fair amount of time. I mean, that's some distance right there because light's really fast. Oh, I can't take that. And then it shows up here on Earth and we're like, hey, it's light outside. Then what happens? What happens next? I forget. Oh, I can't move here or here because of this Medusa. Well, I'll move here. It's legal. This did not go well. This bad opening. If I could get him to move his king, then I could take this rook for free. Drunken like, you know what I mean? And then oh, never mind. It's cheating. Because the queen would attack the queen, not allowed. Never mind. 8 light minutes. So compare 8 minutes to 14 billion years. That's so much of a difference that you can't imagine the difference. I mean, if you try, you won't. That's how different it is. Very different. Let me give you an example. If it were 8 cents, 8 US cents, then that would be compared to $80 million would be the proportional amount, I think. Yeah. What would you rather have, 8 cents or $80 million? Well, I guess they're about the same, right? No, there's a big difference. The difference is the difference between the distance of the sun and the distance of the further thing you can see, I think. Don't quote me on any of this, except it's all true. So I can't move my knight here either. This is very, very difficult for me. Oh, I've got a free pawn. That cheers me right up. Let's go take that. Okay, you got it. Very good. 14 billion light years is how far you can see, and that is how long it takes light to travel to you, 14 billion years. Now, the mystery, of course, is how did that light get over here? Because it would take 14 billion years to get here if it traveled for 14 billion years to get here. Do you know what I mean? It's very simple. Oh, yeah, he can't take me either. Same deal. So now I feel pretty smart. Just take more stuff. Can I trap his rook? So that's why you can imagine that the universe is 14 billion years. It's not a really great proof that it is because, oh, that's cheating. Queen cannot attack queen. Q cannot CQ. Add me time. Add me time. Or don't. Whatever. I'll add him time just out of a signal that he should add me time. I can't take that rook, actually, because it would cause bishop to c bishop. So that's a funny quirk. Let's go here. Then I could take this. He can't capture me because queen's not allowed to see queen. Of course he couldn't capture me anyway, but who cares? So I guess I don't know how old the universe is, but it could be up to 14 billion years or more, which is such a funny phrase. Have you ever seen that before? It makes me laugh out loud, which is what I'm doing right now. Oh, look, a free rook. It's, ooh, more things. Let's go. Let's go here. No, let's go over here where he can't capture me for free. That's probably smarter. The phrase up to and then number and then or more, because it means absolutely nothing. Like up to $10 or more means zero information about this number. Like I'm not telling you anything about this number. So here's some words that don't mean anything to make you feel better about the fact that I'm not telling you anything. If you ever see that in print, I want you to think of me like up to X or more. Like, oh, this car could cost up to $100 or more, or you could save up to $1,000 or more. That's really stupid and funny. And I hope you're thinking of me when you read it. Because after I die, that's the only way I will live on, is if you're thinking of me. And you won't be thinking of me. You'll be thinking of sandwiches. Way more fun to think about. Let's bring up more pawns, and then all my opponents want to pawn storm me. It's their only hope. Just make a new queen, I guess. Anyway, the universe could be really old. So, if the age is really old, like 14 billion years approx, for example, or more or less, then your lifespan, which is, if you're lucky, 100 years. Let's be really generous. 100 years old, then you're still off by 100 divided by 14 billion, which is, my other math was wrong. Whatever. It's a very tiny fortune. You're approximately alive for no time at all. That's the point. Oh, a new queen. You can't do that. Actually, I can't do that. Lucky for me. Let's give him some time as a sign that he should give me time, because I'm not allowed to promote to a queen. It would cause a queen to see a queen. That is the best variant ever. It's like there's a special rule for you. Blunders are not allowed, yo. I wasn't allowed to blunder my pawn into there where he could take it for free. Q cannot see Q law. So it's cheating. It's cheating. It's like, did you move into check? We have to take that back. Let's give him more time. So I'm not allowed to cheat. I gotta type this. I'm not allowed, 2 L's, to cheat. Winking face, winking face. Oh no, we have to take that back too. Oh, you're gonna let me run out of time. I'm gonna move because I deserve to win this game. And it's rated. But I'm also gonna propose some takebacks, because I wasn't allowed to promote B2 equals B1Q. We have to go to before B2 equals B1, B2 to B1 equals Q, because that was not legal. Of course, it doesn't really matter. I guess the universe will die a heat death anyway. So let's go to before that. It'll make me feel better for the rest of my short life. Oh, look, actually it undid his add times. That's awkward. Okay, so now let's make a legal move, which is going to be right here. Okay, we are good. Smiley face, and then like a Abraham Lincoln beard. Why not? And let's give him some time now. He deserves the time for being such a good sport about it. Let's see. His knight's going to come in, and I'll just bring in it. Oh, it's so slow. I'm kind of worried that he'll checkmate me. I hate it when I'm checkmated. I guess I'll do it. I can't see any way to be smart over here. I'll just make a bunch more queens. I don't have any strategy right now, except to just make a bunch of queens. Such a lame strategy. Maybe lose my rook. There's my sub strategy there. It's a good thing I'm ahead by a zillion, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's really interesting. Oh, I could have promoted to a rook. That's pretty smart. Super Boo Ebb. What an embarrassing name. I could have promoted to a rook here, and then he could take it for free. I'm glad I didn't do that, but thanks for pointing out there was a legal blunder in that position. Pretty difficult to find such a blunder. Those are the best blunders. By the way, guys, I'm streaming at 1,000 kilobits per second. Normally, I stream at 200. So I'm hoping... Oh, that's an illegal move. Your queen is seeing my queen. You can't do it. Q cannot see... I know I'm repeating myself. Cannot see Q. Winking face, winking face, winking face. I have to put a different quantity of winking faces, because you're not allowed to type the same thing twice. Jup. Smiley face. GG. I think I have time for one more game. Then I have to go. So let's find a new opponent. That was pretty interesting. There's a lot of interesting quirks. This variant is one of my favorites, guys. If you're just like, hey, which variant should I play? This one is the one. It's pretty good. You have to type something different in that chat box every time you type. For example, if you type good luck and then you type good luck again, enter, it doesn't put it on there because it's like, oh. That's what it's like. It's a computer, so you can't hear it, but yeah, that's the idea. And let's say okay, because this guy is Gloryactive. His username is better than my chess rating. Gloria Victus. Gloria Victus. Oh, it's Glory Evictus. It's like, I'm being kicked out of my apartment by Glory. I think that's what that means. Idge. You know why you typed itch? Look at your keyboard and find out why. Whoa, the one secret that no one will believe. Idge. If your hand is in the wrong place, you'll type idge instead of okay. Pretty cool, huh? You know what? I'm playing this. Because your bishop can't go places. Do you know what I mean? Your bishop has some real hard times going places. This bishop, this is ugly, this is illegal, and this is going to get blocked by a pawn. That should be red. And so overall, your bishop can't go places. Should I castle, though? Should I take this, though? Yes, because otherwise he'll trap me. I can't go there because of the rule. He typed idge because his keyboard's in the wrong place. I typed for a long time using the Dvorak keyboard layout. It's also pronounced Dvorak by people who don't know how to type. Yeah. And then I switched again to the Colmac keyboard layout. I'll throw this in the chat, by the way. It's http://colmac.com. And this is if you want a headache or a huge frustration in your life, you could browse there and start typing with an alternate keyboard layout so that your fingers don't have to move. Because if you notice, like E is the most common letter and it's way up there, and then I is way over there. And the letters that are under your fingers, like J and semicolon, aren't very common, especially semicolon is one of the least common letters in the alphabet. And so this moves the things under your fingers so you can just type like this. You can type really fast. I type it over 100 words per minute when I have my eyes closed. So this is definitely an improvement for me. You can try this out, and I've put the link in the chat right now. COLEMAK.com. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll just have to memorize what I told you using what brain you have left after watching this show. Should I just move my knight back to the first square? That seems pretty smart. Let's go here. What if I move my pawn up like this? That would be right in his face. That'd be pretty cool. Let's do it. Now I'll move my knight back. I have an excuse. No one can blame me for doing that now because obviously I was under attack by a pawn. Last move, they could say, why did you do that? This move, if they could say that, and they would be erroneously saying it. I really want to put my pawn right there. I'm going to do it. In your face, man. I'm putting it right there. Okay. So with Colmac, when you type high, if your hand is off, you see how he typed idge? That's pretty gobbledygook. It's not like it's saying foo, for example, which would be pretty insulting. It just says idge, which doesn't mean anything harmful. It's pretty harmless. Okay, my pawn's there. He can't take this, by the way, because then bishops would see each other. Not allowed. Oh, he's coming for the checkmate. Uh-oh. That doesn't really threaten him, you know. He could just do nothing, because I couldn't take him or he would checkmate me. So let's do this instead. Also stupid. Ooh. 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 This is called a short circuit of the brain. I don't know exactly what I was thinking, but I can see what I was not thinking. I was not thinking that if he moved his queen here, it would be checkmate. That is definitely what I was not thinking. We've narrowed it down. He says fix. So on my keyboard layout, if I say hi, that says hi. But if my hand is off by one, it says no, which in some context actually means that I don't like you. So you have to be careful with this Colmac keyboard layout. On more than one occasion, I've walked up to somebody and typed no to their face as an introduction. Which is embarrassing for me, but fortunately not my most embarrassing moment. If I were a normal person, that could be extremely embarrassing. But fortunately, I have this online stream, I make videos, and I say the stupidest things you've ever heard. So stupid. The typing no to somebody is like average for me. And the things I say, they're way off the charts in terms of embarrassing. So that's pretty good. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. But next episode, like I said, we're going to play Wild 5, which is cool. So, by the way, if you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe. You just have to click the subscribe button. I never say this because I'm super annoyed by people who say, click the subscribe button. But right now, I feel like I want to annoy you. So click the subscribe button. And while you're here, actually, you've already closed the video. If you haven't yet, close it because I'm about to tell you to give me money for free. There's a Patreon page. I'll just go there. Patreon page /ChessWhiz. So if you enjoyed the show, I'm making major dollars on this show. Look at this. $33 a month. I'm basically retired. I just sit around in my underwear. You can't see it, fortunately. And I talk about chess. That's what I do for a living. I live on $33 a month. So if you want me to upgrade from white rice to brown rice, you could give me $1 or $2 per month. And then I would be able to make that upgrade. That'd be pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next time. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.